Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Eliali. In this incarnation today, I am here to talk about the total solar eclipse that we are going to have on April 8th. So this is going to be visible from United States, Mexico. There in those places will have a greater impact. Well, every solar eclipse is a new moon, so sun and moon are going to be united in the degree 19 of Aries. I'm going to put the map on the screen. They are going to be in an exact conjunction with Chiron in Aries. Also, Mercury retrograde will participate. And by that moment, Venus is not going to be in conjunction, but by that moment, Venus is the regent of the South Node. It is going to be in Aries too. So we are going to have a super stellium very charged with a lot of fire. This could be an explosion. So the impact of this eclipse is greater than the one we went through in Libra, because it is closer to the node, to the North Node. Something very important is that Mars in Pisces, which is the regent of this lunation, is going to be in conjunction with Saturn, and it's going to be perfected on April 10th. So by this moment, this transit is going to be on the top two. This is very intense. So, well, the energy of Aries represents our identity, our capacity to initiate in an independent way and to move for our desires. So this conjunction with Chiron indicates that the portal that we are going to cross in the next 6 months, because this is opening a cycle, requires approaching a profound healing, to move to the unknown, crossing fears, transcending big insecurities, going out there and expressing ourselves, facing all of this. There is a need to be in greater alignment with our soul and with what the soul wants to express through our identity. So this is inviting us to transcend conditionings that were created from very profound wounds, that they are going to be reactivated in this eclipse. We are going to see them, to recognize them, to observe them, and they are going to be shown especially in relationships, of course, because this is happening in opposition to the South Node in Libra. So anger, frustration, this could manifest in a very strong way. There is a lot of fire in the sky by that moment. So the conjunction with Mercury retrograde could bring people and experiences from the past, so that we can integrate those lessons. We can transcend lessons and liberate karma too. So in the collective level, this could manifest, could activate big conflicts, violent manifestations. But I am deciding today to put the focus in this video in what we can do, each one of us, because everything that happens outside in the world responds to what happens here inside of the individuals. So it is going to be very important to liberate all this energy, obviously using this in creative ways to move forward in our path is the best channeling of this energy. But it is going to be also very important to discharge this, to discharge the anger, to move the body, what we intuitively feel that it is going to help to let it go, because there is going to be a lot of a great tendency to projection and to reactivity again. So anger beyond the wounds that are going to be shown could also manifest because of the own denial, of one's own denial to the call of the soul. For many people, this is going to bring a total revaluation of the entire direction of their lives, because Mars in Pisces, in conjunction with Saturn, wants to move forward in total commitment with the soul. So if the direction that was chosen was chosen from unconscious patterns or in an automatic pilot, it is not going to be able to continue in that way. So this transit, as I said, the conjunction between Mars and Saturn is going to be in the top moment. So Mars represents the action we take for our desires, our advancement to Saturn. Accomplish this function of construct, of giving form, shape. So Saturn in Pisces wants to give form to dreams that have a total spiritual nature, you know, so we can construct and build in what is really in coherence, in alignment with our soul. On the other side, to establish this basis, we need to assume responsibilities, we need to assume commitment, we need to put healthy boundaries to everything that is draining our energy or that is not aligned with the soul, with the path of the soul. So if the focus is put in all of these things, then we are going to create this basis or adding a structure to what we have already been creating. So we have to know that Saturn gives us lessons. When it touches a planet, it teaches us how we can use it in a more mature way in that area of our natal chart. So the perception of frustration, that everything is too slow, that we cannot move, and that obstacles that they could present obstacles, resistances, frustration. The polarity of victimization is a tendency of the ego with its transits too. So we have to remember that the obstacles are there to observe them and to understand what they are reflecting to us, because when Saturn presents them, it is showing that because there is energy that is overflowing in certain area, and we are not conscious about that, or we are not putting healthy boundaries where it is needed, so it expresses in a limitation. Or this could be linked with a very important decision, with the evasion of a very important decision that is necessary to move forward, to advance, a challenging decision even. So the limitations could also express in relationships especially. So the key here is to say no when we really want to say no, to establish a clear clear communication in our relationships, but especially the limits, the boundaries we need to put them to ourselves. I don't know if I expressed that correctly, sorry. Because this aspect is a test of commitment with oneself, with the things we want to co-create. It gives us lessons to learn to align our ego to the soul, and many times those lessons are harsh, but they really teach us. And basically it is going to show us the coherence we have with the levels of responsibility that are required to move forward in the path, and we are going to have to assume them. So the good part, and everything is positive. I mean, everything is bringing lessons and is happening to extract light. But here we have something that could be like an engine to move. The conjunction between Mars and Saturn in Pisces is activating this sextile with the conjunction between Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus. That's why I talked about this yesterday. So if we aligned with the internal guidance, if we transcend the resistances and we do whatever thing we are called to do, we could convoke marvelous, amazing manifestations of growth in very unexpected ways, because this conjunction is going to be very active by that moment too. It is already. So everything is to create expansion here in the matter, is to create ways of expansion that are aligned with the divine purpose of our soul. So Jupiter is asking us to trust in that. Okay, family, I'm ending the video here. Thank you everyone, and see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.